Welcome to my first vegetable garden. My name's Gary Pilarczyk. I have two YouTube channels, The Rusted Garden and a second channel, My First Vegetable Garden. This year I'm dedicating my first vegetable garden to brand new gardeners. We're going to go over every aspect of vegetable gardening. And today we're going to talk about the basics. What do you need, outdoors to grow food? And we're going to go over the simplest way to start growing food. I also have a really large garden. So if we spin around, and you can see, it's a good size. We're not going to get into that today, but we're going to go over different ways to grow. And instead of overwhelming you with everything that you see here, and we'll break this down bit by bit. If you want to subscribe, follow me. We'll go over everything you see here. Instead of overwhelming you, making you think you need something this large to grow food, let's just start with the basic, because you don't need all this. I've been growing food for well over 30 years. I'm going to teach you how to grow food on a budget, how to be successful. Tip number one, well, of many to come, I hope. If you have grass growing, you have weeds growing, the soil's perfectly fine for a garden. You don't need to spend money on specialized soils, soil tests. You don't need to worry about the pH. If you've got grass and weeds growing, clear out the space. That's good enough for your first year growing. We can start with a space like this. This is about 18 feet by 18 feet. It's an earth garden. I actually set this up years ago by putting down 2 layers of cardboard across this whole space, 6 or 8 inches of compost, and I've been growing in that. It's expensive to do it that way. To put down cardboard, not expensive. You can just save your Amazon boxes. That's a great way to kill off the weeds. Cardboard breaks down really quickly. You can plant right on it. But you do have to bring in soil, 6, 8 inches. That can be expensive. We'll talk more about that in future videos. I want to talk more about the space. You can remove the grass or whatever you have there, and just expose the earth. You can grow in that perfectly well. You don't need fancy amendments. We don't need to bring in tons of compost. I can show you how to just start with basic earth. That's how people did it for, thousands of years. The space here is kind of important because it's about 20 feet by 20 feet. That's what I recommend. I have a couple of U-posts put throughout the different corners, and this is just 4-foot basic fencing. This will keep out deer, believe it or not, for the most part. If they're really hungry, they're going to jump in there, but they're actually have trouble seeing up close. This movement kind of freaks them out. This will keep the deer out. It is big enough, or actually I should say small enough, to keep rabbits out, larger rabbits, but not smaller rabbits. If you have a problem with small rabbits getting in, you'd want to get some chicken wire. That's much smaller holes, something like this, and just put that down across the bottom of the fence. That will keep the rabbits out. The upper fence keeps the deer out. You're going to need something like that. Those are the number one pest that get to a garden: deer, rabbits. And if you're growing, things are going well, rabbit comes in, shears it down, or deer eat it. It's going to be heartbreaking. So you do want some sort of fencing. With respect to the sun, we're going to pan up to the sun. You see I have trees there. The sun's a little bit lower now, beginning of February. It's going to get higher in the spring. You want to make sure that your bed is getting at least 8 hours of sun. Yes, you can grow with less hours, but it's not going to be hardy. You're going to really limit to what you can grow. So you want to make sure you put your space, your garden space, where it's going to get 8 hours of sun. That could be 6 hours in the morning, then some shade could fall in. It could get 2-3 hours later in the afternoon. But you have to get 8 hours of direct sun, the sunlight coming in and hitting the plants. You want something somewhat level. It's a little easier to work with. Good drainage. That means if it rains really hard, you get a thunderstorm, you come out here 20 minutes later, the water is washed into the soil. There's no big puddles or anything left behind. You don't have to overthink it. You don't need to buy tons of fertilizer. I'm going to teach you how to use, just a simple bag of organic granular fertilizer and some organic water-soluble fertilizer. Water-soluble means the plants can use the nutrients right away. The organic granular has to break down over time. But this is what I recommend, for your first garden. It can be a little bit smaller. It could even be 10 feet by 10 feet. But this, again, I don't know, if it's 15 by 20, something like that, perfect for getting started. You're just going to set up rows. This is where I had my peppers. I dropped down some boards where I can walk. In here I had different cool weather crops. You can see some cabbage left behind. In there I have artichokes in that little bed back there. I do plant tomatoes, radishes. Right now there's some cabbage coming up in there, but I'll also be planting potatoes. The design of the beds can really be just about anything. The bed that you see right here is just 3 feet wide. Grass was removed. I've been growing in here for years. I do have a trellis, some cold frames. We'll talk about that later. But you just need a 3-foot space. You can make it as long as you want, and we can plant in that too. So you don't need anything like I just showed you. You know, if you just want to do a row 3 feet wide and make it, you know, probably you're going to want a good 10, 15 feet, maybe longer. You can grow in that. If you have no pressure from animals coming in, you can do it right, you know, in the middle of your lawn where you're getting that 8 hours or more of sun. But we don't have to be fancy. Over time, we'll talk about raised beds and metal beds and all this kinds, you know, all the types of trellising that you see here. Vertical growing helps you save space, allows you to grow more food. But I don't want you to feel like you have to go and buy fancy beds, fancy soil. You can just start with a 3-foot wide row and then just, you know, bring it out 10, 15 feet. And that will allow you to grow all kinds of vegetables during the year. Again, you don't need something this large. And if you don't want to dig out the grass, you don't want to do the extra work, really this video is about getting started in February and March. Right in this space, I'm going to be putting in fig trees. I laid down 2 layers of cardboard through this square, and I just put some shredded hardwood on top of there. Killed out all the grass, did this really towards the end of the summer, knowing that the grass would be killed out, I can come in and plant. If this area was all grass, you could just lay down 2 layers of cardboard, however you want. You can go over to other parts of your garden, like I have back there. Let me get my finger out of the way. I have flowers growing. If I take the edging, you know, if I'm just edging all that, I have all that extra soil, I could just throw that on top of the cardboard. You want to get a good 4, 6, 8 inches of earth. It can be, you know, earth from your property. It can be stuff that you buy. If you need to buy soil, best way to buy it is from a landscaping company. Just have it, you know, call your local landscape company, ask them what they have, and then have them come dump it on your driveway, get a wheelbarrow, bring it over here and drop it. It's the cheapest way to bring earth into your garden versus buying all that expensive bag stuff at the big box stores. But 2 layers of cardboard over the area that you want to become your garden, 4, 6, 8 inches of any kind of soil on top. Do that now in February, even beginning of March, and we can start planting mid-April, beginning in May, depending on what you want to grow. You're going to have your garden ready to go. First year, it may not be that great of soil, but if you stick with me, I'll teach you how to fix it up, and come the second year, you're going to have marvelous soil for growing your food. One thing I recommend for all new gardeners, if you have the space, if you don't have the space, I understand, set up some compost pens. These are just posts 4 feet apart, same fencing wire that I framed out my bed that I just showed you with, creates a pen. That's all the debris from my garden over the summer. These are just leaves I collected. You don't even need posts. That's just a circle made of the same fencing wire that has a 4-foot diameter so that you can get in, put in a bunch of leaves. Compost is what your garden needs to really grow, and buying it's really expensive. In here, I have different kinds of compost stations and bins, which I'll explain to you. But this is stuff that I'm digging out now. This is leaves from about 2 years ago, totally broken down. This could be used to go over to the bed that I just showed you and just kind of amend it and get that soil back into shape. So composting is just a great way to save a lot of money, but compost is what your garden needs to thrive. The quicker you get started, the better garden that you're gonna have. There are so many ways to grow food. I will go over everything that you see now. You can grow in containers. These are fabric pots. I sell them at my seed shop. I also sell seeds there. $1.75 for tomato and pepper seeds. All the other seeds are $1.50 a pack. That's pretty inexpensive. Don't get overwhelmed with thinking you need special beds, special soil, special seeds, special fertilizer. You just need a space in the earth that gets 8 hours of sun a day. That's all you need to get started. Thanks so much for watching, and please follow me. I'll teach you how to grow food, teach you how to do it on a budget. I will break it down, I will simplify it, and I will help you be successful in growing in your first vegetable garden. Thanks so much for watching, and check out my seed shop, please, at therustedgarden.com. Thanks for watching.